talk. I gotta tell what I feel. I gotta talk about my life as I see it.
Biggie. Biggie.
KIRP Radio!
In Brooklyn, New York, where a 17-year-old kid throws an 8-year-old off the roof of a building and has no remorse about it. I read other stories about this. I'm really keeping close to this because I'm curious what's going to happen. You know, with all the gun violence that we're talking about and all the things that's going on with guns all around this country, stories like this are being swept under the rug. And let me tell y'all something. I know I'm past my 9:30 time, and I know we got to go. But let me tell y'all this right here, right now. If you guys don't believe for a minute that possession is real, and when I'm talking about possession, I'm not talking about possession of drugs. I'm talking about the simple fact that some of these kids are possessed by something. You can call it the devil, you can call it evil, you can call it demons, you can call it music, you can call it videos, you can call it what you call it. But these video games, this music that they listen to, these YouTube videos, these movies and all these video games and all these other things that I just named are pushing the envelope. And I mean, they are pushing the envelope like never before. They've been killing people so bad in movies that they have to backscale. Why do you think they're redoing the old horror flicks that don't kill so good? You know, they got so good at killing in these movies and on these video games that they went back to old horror flicks because they can't think of anything that scares you anymore. It's crazy. If you guys don't believe that possession is real, you better get in your Bibles and you better do some reading. You better get some understanding. You better go to your priest, your pastor, or whoever gives you spiritual advice, because you look at this, man. What 17-year-old kid you know would go in someone's house, grab their 8-year-old child, pull them out of the house, drag them out of the house to the roof of a building, and throw them off, and then have no remorse about it? It's something to be said about that. I'm just hearing it. I know a lot of people are saying that, you know, it's not a big deal. But when you really put this in your head, folks, and understand what's going on, we're talking about a 17-year-old child, boy, young man, goes in someone's house and grabs an 8-year-old child, drags him to the roof, and throw him off of a building, and have no remorse about it. Don't even feel bad about it. No, there was no accounts about him crying. You know, if you look at the video, Google it, look up the story. The boy was not remorseful at all. Had a blank look on his face, and I'm telling you guys, the Call of War and Art of War and Call of Duty and all, man, I don't even know what these games are, but I'm telling you, I know when I see them. Don't get it twisted, because I got young kids too. I don't know what the titles are, but these games have pushed the envelope so far that these kids they don't have any remorse for these things that they see in real life because they've seen them in these video games. They see this death in these movies. It's not natural to see that kind of death. It's not natural to see that kind of killing. It's not natural to see things like that. But these kids are seeing it for hours and hours and hours a day, multiple times a day, day and night in the movies, and it doesn't bother them anymore. And there's something to be said about that. When the human brain has taken out the part that it's wrong to kill, or it's not bad to kill, or it doesn't bother me to see a dead person or a dead body or a murdered person that I've done, when your brain doesn't compute that anymore, there's something wrong with you. You guys be the judge. I don't know, man. Thanks for listening to the KRP radio show, baby. Might not been what you expected. Might been a little bit more. Either way, you're a B.I.G. in my book, and I appreciate you guys for rocking with me. You listen to the #1 black conservative, and it's not minority. It's the #1 black, B-L-A-C-K, conservative radio show, Southeastern United States with over 8.5 million listeners out there. And I say black because sometimes some things need to be defined. Shout out to all my brothers out there at the Loving Father Society, baby. We are legal nonprofit. We're doing our things. You will hear more of us. You will see more of us. Also, shout out to my brother Rashad Woods, the Loving Father Society. Shout out to my brother Kevin Daniels, rocking in the governor's office up there, doing his things, B.I.G. Baby, you guys got any, man, we'll get on that next week. I got to go. My time is up. Thanks for listening to the KLP Radio Show, folks. I hear from y'all next week.
KIRP Radio.